Good morning, welcome to Morning Review. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday, the 1st of February. So, looking at the euro dollar first and just looking at the current price action here. And well, we've put a pivot swing in, which is looking relatively bullish at the moment, although we've run into the daily 100. It'll be interesting to see if we can break that. Have got a daily pivot below us and also the monthly pivot below us. So, just will be watching this quite carefully. I would like to have seen this daily pivot hit relatively early in terms of, or would like to see this hit relatively early. But watch it carefully. If we start seeing a sell-off, which I doubt at the moment, with the rhetoric coming out from the US about the weak or the strong dollar versus a relatively weak euro. We'll see how things develop, but it may be that the markets are looking at a little bit more realistically. I don't think it makes a massive difference. The rhetoric, I think the way the ECB set their interest rates, etc., it leaves it open to benefit Germany, and hence why Germany is so keen on the central market. Anyway, looking at the euro dollar, as I said, if we start pushing up beyond these highs, we may just skip the day's pivot. I'll just draw this on here. I may just wish to skip it somewhere along that line, and push on up towards the daily R1 beyond, and making new short-term highs at least. Looking at the sort of areas we could be pushing for. Well, we've got the previous highs there from December. The reason why we can't push up towards there, but I'd be looking more long term towards that daily 200. Okay. So yes, a little bit of a sell-off, a break of the 21s, looking for the pivot, daily pivot, break of the highs there, more bullish, and I prefer the bullish side at the moment. The pound. So the pound made quite a recovery back into the daily 21. It was a sort of target sort of area I was looking at one stage for it to hit and maybe break below, but it looks like it might be back into more of a bullish swing here. Potential with the dollar weakening a little here. We have got the monthly pivot again, a bit like the euro. It's below current price action, quite a bit below at the moment, but we've sort of touched the area just at the beginning of the month there, and I do wonder if it'll even bother coming back for now. At the moment it's looking bullish. Switch the hourlies there, and again we've got the sort of trend line across. Now we do have news out this morning which will affect the pound most likely, and give us a bit of volatility around 9:30. We've got the manufacturing PMI coming out, so I would expect some volatility around that number. It could switch things around. We have got again an untouched daily pivot below us as well. However, if we start breaking and pushing up, I'll wait this until after post 8 o'clock. So if it breaks before 8 o'clock, I'll leave it be. But post 8 o'clock, if it's still above that trend line I'm just drawing on, it's playing towards it as I talk. If it's above that level, I'll then be looking at the potential to see if we can get another shove up today. Bearing in mind, of course, that news will come out at 9:30. The ADP figures, the US ADP non-farms coming out at 1:15. So it's news out later, which will affect the euro as well, of course. Okay, very nice looking, neat Japanese data at the moment here. Okay, we've got this triple bottom that's sort of come in here on the dollar yen, pushing up at the moment. It does look marginally on the weaker side relative to the other two currencies that I've looked at so far, which is a bit odd, but pushing up back towards that 4-hourly 21. Has just run into its second test really of the hourly 50, but at this juncture it does look like it's heading up towards that R1. Okay, potential shorts on it. Well, I've got a trend line that's sort of in my brain going across here somewhere, so if it does start switching over through the morning, would look at the sort of short side, maybe back towards yesterday's lows. It may even look at that S1. Okay, dollar yen, Aussie dollar. As I'm recording this morning, guys, I should add that there's I do it live in the trading room, and the guys, there's one guy that's not liking me being too bullish this morning on one of the pairs, so I'll add a caveat to that pair. Was it the euro? Not to be too bullish on the euro. Okay, we'll come down and catch the pivot first. That suits him. Right, okay. Aussie dollar. Almost double tops yesterday there, and it's sold off since. Having a little bit more of a bounce back here, but well, it's coming back. It's underside of its daily pivot at the moment. Often the odd one, the Aussie dollar, but there wasn't anything new, any news-wise really. Manufacturing PMI for China came out, which sometimes gives it the heebie-jeebies. But at the moment, it's a bit odd relative to the European pairs. A bit more in line with the dollar yen in the sense of it's more showing some weakness through there. However, getting a bit of a bounce. Now we've got a sort of a two-way split in this, and yes, it is going on the live candle at the moment, but continuation, well, we've already hit the daily pivot. I'm not looking at it as a target. If it fails here and starts rolling over, that would be my preference, and looking for potentially a break of this trend line and a further sell-off there, and that would I'd be much more happier with that for the short side. But break of the highs here and would become bullish, and that would fit more in with the European pairs. Okay, looking at the Canadian dollar, well, saw quite a sell-off yesterday, but it's recovered partially. It's back towards its 4-hourly 21. Now there is the calling of the monthly pivot above there, and I'm just wondering if that will be too strong, bearing in mind it's moved up already. But again, this is a pairing that's moved more like the yen and the Aussie dollar, and as opposed to the pound and the euro. Anyway, watching this, well, there's a lot of potential price action untouched above us. There's still a weekly pivot. There's a monthly pivot sitting there above there as well. So we could, if it starts breaking above that 50, push up there. My preference though is, well, really to retain the downside, but it's just not shaping up particularly well at the moment. Daily pivot already hit. If I took it, for me to get short on this, it needs to sort of be breaking these 21 moving averages. Interesting, the simple 21, they're still facing south, which may be a bit of a clue, as is the upper time frame moving averages. So it may yet still roll over some more and correlate more with the pound and the euro. Okay, that's pretty much it for today. As I said already, this morning we've got the UK data coming out, manufacturing PMI, then at 1:15, ADP non-farm payrolls. There's the 3 p.m. ISM manufacturing PMI coming out US, so some potential volatility there. And then finally we've got the FOMC statement out at 7 p.m. this evening, which UK time, which may create quite a bit of volatility. So there's not an expectation of any rate increases, but it's the rhetoric that comes with the statement, or the statement itself, how it's shaped in terms of future outlooks. Remember recently, things have been pretty hawkish by many of the speakers, so we'll see how that rolls out. And a lot of what Trump is talking could be quite inflationary as well, and of course they'll be taking that into account. So could be some interest rates, and they've already suggested there'll be more this year than originally thought, so we'll see. Okay, that's it for me. Have a great day. Bye for now.